In her testimony, the woman said she was kept in a windowless room for days at R. Kelly's mansion before the star sexually assaulted her. Another R. Kelly's accuser testified with horrific detail about the abuse she allegedly endured as his sex trafficking trial continued. Her testimony indicated that she was a 21-year-old radio intern when she was allegedly locked in a dark room for days before she was sexually assaulted at Kelly's chocolate factory mansion. Associated Press reports that the 39-year-old woman, who has not been identified, testified that she had been sexually assaulted. "That was not something I invited." In her description, she explained how she pursued Kelly for an interview as a young single mother from Salt Lake City. The interview would have been her very first large celebrity interview, she said of her hope for a chat with the singer. "I thought it would launch my career." Kelly paid for her to fly to Chicago for the purpose of meeting the singer at his chocolate factory, mansion and music studio. As soon as she entered, she was asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement and a Kelly associate began to ask questions about her family. Kelly associates asked her if she needed a condom as well. She replied, "No, I am not here for that," according to her testimony. Former intern told to wait alone in a dark and windowless room for the ignition singer. As she attempted to leave the room, she found that the door was locked from the outside. "I was scared," she said. "I was ashamed. I felt embarrassed." After banging on the door for assistance, she was told that she would need Kelly's permission to leave or use the bathroom. Jean Honda Pace testified last month that she was 16 years old when she began visiting the chocolate factory. She alleged that Kelly sexually abused her and that she was once held in a room covered with mirrors for 3 days before being permitted to use the restroom. Former Kelly employee Anthony Navarro compared the mansion to the Twilight Zone during his testimony in August. Other women gave similar testimony and noted that they had to observe Rob's rules at the location, which included avoiding eye contact with men. On Thursday, the former radio intern testified that she was locked in the darkened room for 2 days without being permitted to eat. She testified that after finally eating food and drinking a soda, she immediately passed out. The witness said that prior to passing out, she felt something coming over her, according to the New York Post, indicating that she may have been drugged. Kelly's pants were pulled up as she awoke naked with wet stuff between her legs. Kelly was the only time she saw him, she noted. She stated, "I know my body. I have been touched sexually." She claimed that she was held in the room for another few days before she was allowed to leave and fly home. She claims a Kelly associate told her to not speak of the incident as she left. She testified that she felt threatened. During a cross-examination, Kelly's attorney Deborah O'Connor grilled the woman about why she waited years to report the incident. Prosecutors say the accuser is just one of many victims that the now 54-year-old has sexually assaulted over the course of more than 4 decades. He is accused of recruiting women and girls for his twisted sexual desires through an enterprise of managers, bodyguards, and other employees. The defense of Kelly has described most of his accusers as groupies who only began to accuse Kelly of abuse following the #MeToo movement. Nonetheless, the star has been criticized for his sexual behavior long before the movement began. In Chicago in 2002, he was accused of child pornography, for which he was ultimately acquitted in 2008. Kelly is also charged with producing child pornography and destroying evidence in a different case in Illinois, in addition to the federal charges.